This is not in classes. All right, here we go. We are looking at our green sheet first. Okay. We are doing the exact same thing we've been doing, but we're adding one new thing in, which is combining like terms. If you were going to combine something, like if you were making a cake, okay, you would combine eggs and flour because they go together. But mashed potatoes and steak, would you put those together with a mixer? No, that would be terrible. Okay? Would you put things that are not alike together? No, it's called like terms because they have to be the same. Okay? You can only combine things that are alike. All right? In order for them to be like, they have the same base or variable. What is a variable? Ooh.
It's like the letter.
It's the letter. It's the unknown. Okay? The X, the Y, the C, whatever it is. It's the unknown. Okay? So for them to be the same, they either have to be plain numbers, be numbers that have the same variable, or numbers that have the same exponent or power. And they have to have the same exponent. Now, we won't do a whole lot of exponents in 8th grade math, but next year for algebra you will. Okay? All right, ladies, here we go. So I want to know if I can combine them. If I combine them, I put them together. Okay? Can you combine negative 15x and negative 15?
Yes.
Are they alike or are they unlike?
They're alike.
So we said for them to be alike, they have to have the same variable. Do these two have the same variable? No, so these are unlike, which means I cannot combine them. Okay, I can't just add them together because they're different. Okay, 1/4 C and negative 9C. Yes, they have the same variable, which is C, so they're like. They both have a C. Okay, combine would just mean to put them together, so add. All right, 2.5x squared and 3.5x squared. They have the same exponent, correct? Where were they?
So the box that was on the counter was when the jackets were in.
Okay, I was like, that is...
I know, and after I went and got the egg in there. So then I had to run back down there. Never mind. So the door. Anyway, they're here. We're good.
Okay, 6x and 6y. Unlike because the variables are different. Okay? 30 and negative 25. They are both plain numbers, so they're like. Okay? They're alike. 17b and 1/17 b. They both have a b. 10m and 10m squared.
Alike, yes, because it's a variable.
They have the same variable.
What? No, they have two.
But do they have to have the same power and the same?
Okay? They have to have the same base or exponent, variable, and the same exponent. So this is meters and this is meters squared. Okay? What about 2.2n and 2.2?
Because there's no n.
Okay? So I can only combine things that are alike. Okay? So if I had 14y, what is another like term for 14y? Okay, negative 14y. Mallory, what'd you say? Okay, could 2y also work? Yeah, they all have y's. Could I combine them? Yes. Okay, negative 9x. What is another number that has x attached to it? 9x. 18x. 17.2x. As long as they have x's, they are like. Okay, 15b squared.
20b squared.
20b squared. What'd you say, Lincoln? 16b squared.
5b squared.
5b squared. 1b squared. Negative b squared. Okay, 55. What would be a like term? 100. 58. Okay, negative 23xy. 5xy, negative 25xy. Again, as long as they have the same letters, then they are considered like terms. Okay, negative h.
Negative A.
Positive h.
Negative A.
H is my variable.
Oh, wait.
13h. Good. Okay, so those are all the same. 2m cubed. 4m cubed. Negative 3.5m cubed. Okay, as long as they have the same base and the same exponent. Okay, 200. 100. 7,000. Okay. So those are considered like terms. If they are alike, you can combine them. Tell your neighbor. If they're alike, you can combine them. Okay. All right, let's look at that white paper. No. Because the numbers are not as pretty, so I want to do the other numbers on the white paper. All right, on the white paper, this top part is vocabulary review from 7th grade. Okay? You already know the answer to the first one. The variable is the what? A letter. It represents an unknown. That's what you're solving for. So it's usually X. It could be K. It could be V. It could be any letter. Okay? It's the unknown variable. All right, we talked about these other words last year, but maybe you didn't know that this is what it was called. A constant is a plain number. What is a constant?
A plain number.
Okay, it has no variable. V-A-R-I-A. Sorry, brain fart there. Variable.
It's up there.
Okay, variable. No variable. So like 4 would be the constant. Minus 8 is the constant. Okay, it's the plain number. The coefficient is the other part of that number, which is the attached number. This is the one who is like all over your X, like get away, make some room, leave room for Jesus. Attached, okay? It is the number multiplied by a variable. The number multiplied by a variable. So like 3, it's attached. 1/4, it's attached. There's no room in there for any signs. It's attached. All right, so when we're looking at algebra, we have terms, which can be expressions or equations, and they're separated by addition or subtraction, okay? So the first one is a constant. VJ, give me a constant. It's just a plain number. 7, all right. So sometimes you just have 7 as a term, okay? Sometimes you have a coefficient. Aaron, give me a coefficient. Those are some examples. Bless you. Okay, but what has to be attached? 7x. Okay, does that work? Yes. Okay, sometimes it's plain numbers, sometimes it's coefficients, sometimes it's combinations of a number and a variable. Can someone give me an example? Bella? A constant. Give me a constant.
2.
Okay, give me a coefficient.
X, yeah. No, 7, no. 8x.
Okay, plus 8x. So sometimes it's just a plain number, sometimes it's a coefficient, sometimes it is a combination of constants and coefficients, okay? And then you put it all together to make an equation by putting an equal sign. So an equation is a mathematical statement that contains an equal sign. Last year we used inequalities, which are those alligator mouths, greater than, less than. We'll do those again next week. But for right now, we're just doing equal, an equation sign like here. Okay? All right, so when we are doing this, we're going to combine like terms first. Okay, so look at number 1. Is there anything that is alike?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to box 4x. And then I also want you to box the plus 8x. Okay, those are alike. So we are going to do this thing to connect them. Okay, box the plus so that way you know it's plus. So what do you get when you combine 4x and 8x? 12x. Everybody okay with that? Combining is literally adding or subtracting. You're putting it together. Instead of texting on your Apple Watches. What else is on here? What's left?
6.
Plus 6. Okay, we're not solving it. We're just combining like terms. That's it. Pretty easy? All right, let's look at the next one. Is there anything to combine? 10x and what? And what? Minus or negative. Okay, and we're going to do this to show that we're combining them. What is 10x minus 3x? 7x. And then I just bring down what I didn't use. What did I not use? Minus 5. All right, on number 3, is there anything to combine?
No.
Okay, negative 5 and what? Plus 2n. What is negative 5? Yes.
I don't get that because if it's not negative, yeah, but it's not negative.
But it has to do.
Yeah, we just said they have to have the same variable. So as long as it has the same letter, it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive or a decimal or a fraction or a square root, as long as it has the same variable. Okay? What is negative 5 plus 2?
-3.
What is it?
-3.
Negative 3. So this becomes negative 3n. Is there anything else that I can combine?
Yes.
Yes, I can combine the negative 2. I'm going to circle it so it looks different. Negative 2 and negative 8. And what do those equal? Everybody okay with what we did? Is this hard?
No.
No. Okay. Very, very easy. We're just combining stuff to make it easier for us because otherwise you would have to do a lot of subtracting. So now we're going to combine this with what we did all last year and what we did last week. Okay? All right, so here we have an equation. Sometimes they give you algebra tiles and expect you to write equations. This is not difficult. Okay? What does this look like you have here? 3 x's, right? So what do you think we should write? 3x. All right, what does this look like?
2 negatives. So -2.
Minus 2. And what else do you have? Okay, so plus x. Now, do I need to put the 1 in front of it? No. If I said to bring me a paper, how many papers would you bring me? 1. Did I say 1? No, but you know that a paper means 1. If I say I need a volunteer, do I need 23 people? No, I need 1. So there is an invisible 1 here in front of this. Okay, and then what does the other side equal? 10. All right, yes, ma'am.
When I was younger, I always thought, like, whenever people tell me twice, I always thought it was 2 or 12.
2 or 12.
I guess it's like an egg carton, like, yeah.
Okay, so this is exactly what we did last week, exactly what you did in 7th grade, except you have to combine first. Fill them up.
I'm trying to figure out one.
Okay. So, is there anything to combine? 3x and
Plus X.
plus x. Okay, what is 3x plus x?
4x.
4x. Minus 2 equals 10. Okay. I'm glad that no one got confused about not doing the 10 because the 10 is on the other side of the equal sign. So you have to do, it's probably smart to draw that line first. Now it's just a regular algebra problem that you've been doing. What do? Plus 2, plus 2, cancel. 4x equals 12. Again, if algebra is still confusing for you, I need you to come to tutorials. Okay, what do I do now? Divide by 4. Divide by 4. X equals 3. So the solution is 3. I will show y'all a super easy way to check these on the calculator tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to ask because you didn't show us.
Yeah, it's super, super easy, but I want to make sure I have time to get through the notes. All right, everybody good? Okay, on the back. Let's write this equation. Thank you. All right, what's this? 8 equals, what's this? Negative 4. What are they? X's. So I'm putting an X. What else do you have?
2.
Are those negative or positive?
Positive 2x.
And then you have what? 1x. Okay? Everybody okay with how I wrote the equation?
Yes.
All right, let's combine some terms. What's the same?
Negative 1x and plus 1x.
And that equals negative 3x.
Good. Negative 3x plus 2, 8. Yes, Sam?
So whenever there's like just like a plus x or plus y or whatever, with like you just use it as a 1.
Yeah. So you always assume it's 1. All right, now it's a regular old algebra problem. What do? Minus 2, because you want to get rid of that plain number first. That side is 6. This is negative 3x. That cancels out. Now what do? Divide by what?
3.
By what?
3.
By what?
3.
Negative 3. Remember, everything has to go. The x can be the only thing left. So don't forget that negative. And what does x equal? Negative 2. This makes me want to show you all the check method right now, but I want to make sure we have time. All right. Everybody okay? Yes? Okay. Number 6. Draw your line. Is there anything to combine? X and what?
X minus and 2x.
Okay, but the minus goes with the 3. So you have an x and you have 2 x's. So how many x's do you have?
2.
3x. Because remember what's in front of that x is 1. 3x minus 3 equals 9. Now what? Regular old algebra problem. Plus 3. Good, Lincoln. Plus 3. Plus 3. So I'm left with 3x equals 12. Now what do?
Divide by 3.
Good. Divide by 3.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Good. X equals 4. This is just like anything you do. The more you actually do it, the easier it's going to get. And you're going to need this for probably 80% of the things that we do in 8th grade. All right, almost done. Go to cross. Number 7. Is there anything to combine?
6x and 5. Is so negative.
So in your calculator, 1.6 minus 5.3.
My person never plays the calculator. No, I missed that.
What is 1.6 minus 5.3? Thank you, madam. Valerie. Negative what, Bella?
Negative 3.6.
Negative 3.7x. Good. Okay. Now I want to bring down the stuff I did not use. 28.8
Oh, I did 2.
plus 10.3. Okay. Now it's just regular old algebra. What do? What's your plane number?
3.10.3
How do you get rid of it?
minus 10.3.
Minus 10.3. That's 18.5 equals negative 3.7x. What do I do next?
Divide 3.7.
Divide.
Negative 3.
Good. By negative 3.7. Cancel. X equals negative 5. Good. Huh? That's what she said to do. Mallory. All right, last one. Is there anything to combine? Anybody? Negative 8/3 in. What else?
Plus 5/3.
Plus 5/3 in. So negative 8/3 plus 5/3. You probably don't even need a calculator because this has common denominators. If you need to use your calculator, go ahead. Negative 3 over what? Which equals what? Negative 1. Yep. So that combines to equal negative 1n. Again, you don't have to put that 1 in front. If you do, it's not wrong. Is there anything else I can combine?
Yes.
Yes.
Plus 2.
I have 4. 4 what? 4 what? Minus 2, which equals what?
2.
Positive 2. So what do I put in here? Plus. And that equals 9. All right, what can I do? Okay, minus 2. Minus 2. That cancels out. I'm left with negative 1n equals 7. Now, I can't have my n negative. So what do I need to do?
Divide by.
Yeah, because negative 1n means negative 1 times n. So you have to divide by negative 1. So n equals negative 7. Okay? So we only added one part, and it's really not that difficult if you just take your time. Okay? So, over here, you can fold up this bottom just enough. Don't go farther than you're writing. Now we have a little flap to put some glue. The green paper has writing on the back, but we didn't use it, so you can glue there. Okay? You have 9 minutes. Your assignment, everybody listen, in iExcel,